Hi everyone, I am Sumanth. In this video, we will just discuss important module in a NumPy, that is a random module. So let's say if you just want to generate some random data, like in such situations, you can just use this random module. So let's understand like what are the functions available in this random module, and let's discuss all those things. So for that, I'll just use np.random, right? I'll just use this random module. So if you just use a tab here, so these are the available functions in this random module. So first let's discuss, like if you want to generate some simple random data, follow like what are the functions that you can just use. So for that you can just use this, like first I'll just use a rand function. So np.random.randof. So if you just give some particular shape to this, so if you just pass some particular shape like 3 comma 3, right? So it will just create an array. It will just generate some random data with that specific shape which you just given. So since we just given 3 comma 3, so it will just generate that random data. So you can see we just have 3 rows and 3 columns, and it just generated some random data between 0 and 1. So that's this first that's this rand function. And similarly second one is randn. So what this randn will do means it will just get the data standard normal distribution. So I hope you know the standard normal distribution, like yeah, in that standard normal distribution it will just get the data. So if I just use same np.random.randn, I'm just using random here instead of rand. So when I just go here, so you can see we just got that data between the data, it just get the random data from standard normal distribution. So you can see we just have some negative values, right? So in random standard normal distribution means we'll just have a mean as 0 and standard deviation as 1. So yeah, when you have mean is equal to 0, definitely we will have some negative values as well as some positive values, right? So you can see we just got some positive as well as negative values. So that's this randn. So it will just get the data from the standard normal distribution. And the next thing is, if you just want to generate some integers, right? So if you just want to generate some random integers, so what you can just use np.random.randof, and you can just specify the range in which you just want that integer, random integer. So I will just give 1 and 10. So when I just when I just run this, so it just generated 2 as a random integer. So 2 is in between 1 and 10, right? So that's this random integer. So what you have to remember is this here, the 10 is non-inclusive. So this is exclusive. So it won't like how many times you just run this, it won't generate. So you can see it just generated some random values, but it won't give you this 10 value. This 10 is exclusive. And similarly you have this random integers. So what you can just expect from this is the high value you just give, even that is inclusive in the range. So when I just give 1 comma 100, so there may be a chance that you can just get the 100 as well. So yeah, this 100 is inclusive here. So that's this rand integers. And similarly if you just want to get the floating point value, so you can just use np.random sample, and you can just give the size here, like how many values you just want. So I will just give some 4 values. So you can see it will just give some 4 values in between 0 and 1, and you can see the difference between here. When you just give np.random.rand, so you just want to give the shape in which you just want the random values. Here you just want to give the number of values you just want to get. So you can see when I just give 4, it just generated some random values in between 0 and 1. So even here the 1 is exclusive, so it won't consider that 1. So it will just give the random values between 0 and 1, not like it will just include 0 but it won't include 1. So that's this random underscore sample. Similarly we just have if you just want some floating values, so you can see we just got here, you can see we just got some floating values, right? Float values. So that's this random underscore sample. And similarly we just have this like for example, let's say if you just want to choose a particular value right, in a given list, right? If you just want, if you have some, if you just have any list and if you just want to choose a particular value, so what you can just use is np dot we just have this choice function. So np dot random dot choice of, so when I just give let's say by, so I just given some values, right? So some strings. So when I just run this, so you can see first it just chosen high. So when I just rerun this, so you can see it just we just got by, right? So similarly it will just choose, like it will just select a particular value, like it will select some random value in the given list. So that's this random dot choice. So we just have some few different distributions, right? We just have normal distribution, exponential distribution, and geometric distribution, and we just have some like a logarithmic distribution. We just have a lot of distributions, right? And if you just want to select in that distribution, if you just want to select a random value in that particular distribution, so you can see we just have some few functions as well. You can see the exponential distribution, and you can see binomial distribution, and similarly uniform distribution, right? Similarly you just have some distribution. So if you want to, like Poisson distribution, so if you want to select a random value in that particular distribution, so you can just use that particular functions and you can just use some random range or some values which you, like how many number of values you just want in that range, and you can just get that random value. So that's these functions. Apart from this generating some random data, so if you have some a list, right? So and if you just want to shuffle that list or some, right, and if you just want to do such things, so what you can just do is you can just use shuffle function and you can just shuffle that. So for example, let's say, so I'll just take a is equal to np dot range of, I will just select, I will just take some np dot range of 10. So here we just have some 10 values, right? For example, let's say if you just want to shuffle these values, so what you can just do is np dot random dot, so we just have a shuffle, right? So you can see here, and when I just, if you just check, so and if you just check this, and if you just check the a here, so you can see it just shuffled, right? It just shuffled the entire this array, right? So again when I just give it again, and when I just print it again, you can see we just have 91057, right? When I just give, you can see 691, it just shuffled that array, right? So yeah, you can just use this shuffle function to shuffle a list or array, whatever the sequence you just have, you can just shuffle that. So yeah, this is the random module. So I hope you got this. So this is about random module. You can see we just have a lot of functions through which you can just generate the random data, like whatever the situation you have, like whether you just want a random data from normal distribution or whatever the distribution you just want, or if you just want to generate some random integers, some between some range, or if you just want to shuffle the data, or if you just want to pick a particular value in a list or array, right? So these are the functions available in this run method. And so I hope you got some value from this video. So if you feel this video is helpful, so like the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.